I love Batman, but like I can admit that Batman's a bit. I'm kind of tired of seeing him in projects. Like I do like comic book medium. I think the comic book medium has so many stories to tell, but like motherfuckers is running Batman into the ground, bro. And the thing is, you're not even telling like the Batman stories we like want y'all to tell. Like I love Matt Reeves' Batman, but it took us a very long time for someone to finally just get Batman right. You know what I mean? And not either make him a super cop or to make him a violent murderer. They just never knew the balance of, yeah, he's a stern, brutal asshole, but he does care about human life. But it's like, it's so many other characters in DC I want to see, bro. Like, I want to see Green Lantern. Like, I want to see, you know what I mean? I want to see Aquaman for real. Like, his run in New 52 was fucking awesome. I want to see Wonder Woman explore and demonstrate her war with the gods and her brother and her the half Amazonian, half dark side sister Grail. Like, it's so much cool shit in DC. The Flash mythos with the Speed Force and Hunter Zolomon, Reverse Flash. It's just things that we could be seeing. The 1 minute war. You know what I mean? Imperiacs, like just conflicts. Like it's so much to the DC universe, and it's like Batman. And bro, we can't even be saying we're tired of Superman because like when Man of Steel first came out, I thought the first Man of Steel was solid. And I knew they lost the plot when the next movie was about fucking Batman. Because all I've ever wanted was just, all right, you got Superman. And I told niggas, the next movie should have been about Brainiac. The next movie should have been Brainiac. It everything led to Brainiac. And then out of the blue, did you just dumbass pivot with Batman and Doomsday? I swear to God, I hate Zack Snyder more and more every day. But it's just like, I just wanted a concentrated Superman mythos, because if you get Superman right, you get DC right. And now with Superman, the new movie coming out, motherfuckers is like, oh no, it looks too, it's too many characters, is this and the third, and bro, respectfully, I'm hopeful, but I am skeptical of how many motherfucking characters they put into one Superman movie. Like, why? Like, Green Lantern could have gotten his own movie. Hawk Girl, let's be real, she's good in the Justice League. Some of these characters should have been saved for like a Justice League movie. Like I think like with Marvel, they needed to introduce these characters. With the Justice League, we did not need to do this. All y'all needed to do was that original plan with George Miller, where y'all was shooting that Justice League movie. He damn near shot the movie and everything about to start filming. Y'all shut it the fuck down because they didn't get the permit in time, so they moved ahead with Batman Begins. I feel like we should have just got a Justice League movie and let them go out the gate and give us that. Common would have been Green Lantern. We'd have got everything we wanted. Because that's, y'all keep trying to introduce characters that a lot of us knew, and now we're just so tired of y'all constantly putting Batman in front of us that I just want a Justice League story without the nigga now. I would rather have Justice League not have Batman. Honest opinion. Let's keep it a band. I would much rather Batman not be in the Justice League. I would much rather Batman be concentrated to film noir crime-like stories. I feel like y'all waste y'all time trying to give him these cybernetic alternate reality versions of himself that just want to conquer a fucking metropolitan area. That is not. It's been 80 years of storytelling. Me personally, y'all should have left him dead after he fought Joker in that old Lazarus pit under the ground before he lost his memory. Should have stayed dead. Shouldn't have been Jim Gordon to replace him as Batman. But I think it should have been high time for another Batman to take root. Or to keep Dick Grayson, because Dick Grayson was having a great run as Batman. And see, maybe I'm jaded because, like, see, I'm a little older now. When I was a kid following comics hardcore heavy, I really fell off near the end of the New 52 going into Rebirth. And going into Rebirth, I kind of was like, all right. It's like I'm still here because it kind of got to the big status quo, but you know, I was already following New 52. I had my issues New 52, but their Batman shit was great. Wasn't really a fan of how they did Superman at first and try to pivot and make him regular Superman. A lot of weird shit that was going on, but yeah. But the one positive was Rebirth's pivot, but even now it's like this shit's just happening and some characters just don't need the spotlight, you feel me? A lot of the stories they give Batman with these alternate reality evil versions, a nigga like Mr. Terrific probably would make better stories for, just to be real. Or any other vigilante that just deals with more supernatural elements. Like Batman and like film noir, crime written stories, his classic Rose Gallery, some dope and actiony. Like I'm all for it. I love Batman. Absolute Batman is a blast. But even then, like I think we should just get Absolute Batman, maybe another run in mainstream, and then the rest of them Batman books, cut them shits out, bro. Focus on his cast, like the Nightwings, Red Hoods. Like I can take that. I could take more Batman supporting cast than Batman himself, if that makes sense. At least right now, like give him some breathing room. Like we like Batman, and that's my favorite hero, but DC's running him to the ground. Y'all can't complain about Marvel using a lot of characters when there's only one that y'all constantly throw out there all the fucking time. And just another side note of comic shit, because I know you're gonna get mad at this race swapping thing, this race swapping thing with Harry and Norman Osborn for the new Spider-Man cartoon coming out. I'm whatever on it for real, but we just gonna be real as nerds, right? Ain't no motherfucking way y'all saw those waves in the 90s cartoon and ain't think that was in the nigga. At least half black. We not gonna do that. All jokes aside, I do think that's clever because Norman technically has never been introduced in the MCU, nor is Harry. But also, we gonna be 1,000, bro. That shit look clean as hell on that bro, man, with the waves. But I get it too. Like I would have liked to see a classic Norman Osborn though. But you know what? Maybe they'll give us a classic Norman Osborn because the argument works neither way. You can't say that these characters only work as a specific race. Like, it just doesn't make sense that Norman Osborn is black. Nothing's really race specific about his character. He's just a rich guy who's just an asshole, is really abusive to his son, and is a psychopath. Anybody can really be that. I think the issue that goes into it is that we get upset that they're race swap characters, and while it's right to get upset, we just wanted to point out that we were upset about the same thing and we were told to shut up. So when we tell y'all to just shut up, we had to deal with it too. And it's like, well, that's not fair. It's reverse racism. It's like, well, no. The business decided that catering to you as an audience doesn't matter as much. So you need to take that up with the higher power, not me. I'm not like that has nothing to do with me why they made Norman Osborn black. I didn't ask for a black Norman Osborn. We didn't even ask for Miles Morales, for real. Like, that just came. We didn't ask for that shit. It was Brian Michael Bendis, and it was Sarah Pacelli, who was the original author during Miles Morales' run mainly, who did that Spider-Man run, and he was inspired by Barack Obama. Like, we didn't ask for that shit. Like, we would have just liked the original character, like a younger Prowler. And then instead of y'all using that to bash DEI, why don't y'all bash white people trying to force diversity versus just allowing black original stories to be told? But then y'all won't support those because y'all don't want that because y'all call that DEI too. But I don't want to make this political. Anyway, long story short, how do I feel about it? I'm kind of mixed too. I want to see it. I mean, if you give us some great Norman Osborn moments, then I don't really give a fuck, preferably. Because all this comic book shit, none of it's set in the 616 universe. They draw from the classics. They pull from Marvel Ultimate Universe real heavy in certain moments. So I just take it as movie universe. And this is movie universe Norman Osborn. It is what it is. What I hope for is that the series is good. Now me, I'm going to keep it a band. I have not cared for any MCU Spider-Man movie. Homecoming, the first one, Far From Home, and then No Way Home. No Way Home was good in the last hour. I didn't give a fuck about none of that shit going in the beginning. I ain't like them, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care for it. So like, how do I feel about this one? A street level Spider-Man story. Kind of reminded me of that MTV Spider-Man show back in the day. It might be fire. I don't know, Spider-Man in the 3D animated space swinging around the city, it is more enjoyable to me. I love 2D animation, but he's one of those few people that does suit a good CGI animated series. So we'll see, you know what I mean? But here's hoping. Yeah, but I'm tired of fucking Batman. I'm not gonna hold you. I would like more. And, you know, Spider-Man show, look, whatever. Norman got the nastiest waves in the motherfucking deep blue sea.